Hello, science fans. Today, let's talk about an incredible idea, not from a laboratory, but from the world of creation and business. It's called going from 0 to 1. Imagine the world has nothing like a smartphone. Then the first one is invented. That's a leap from 0 to 1. It's a moment of pure creation, bringing something entirely new into existence. This is very different from going from 1 to n, which is like making another version of something that already exists. Think about making a slightly better toaster, that's copying. But inventing the first toaster, that's creation. It's the difference between horizontal progress, which is just spreading existing ideas, and vertical progress, which is creating brand new technology and ideas. Consider it. Every single thing we use today, from the wheel to the internet, started with someone making that first leap from 0 to 1. To make this amazing leap, you have to think differently. You can't just follow the crowd or accept things as they are. You have to question what everyone else believes to be true. We call these widely held beliefs conventional wisdom. But what if that wisdom is wrong? What if there's a better way to do something that no one has thought of yet? Innovation starts by looking at the world with fresh eyes and asking, what important truth do very few people agree with me on? This kind of thinking is what separates inventors from imitators. It's about being a contrarian, not just to be difficult, but to find a valuable secret that everyone else has overlooked. It requires courage and a deep sense of curiosity, just like a great scientist exploring the unknown. This process of questioning everything is fundamental to science and to building something new. We used to think the Earth was the center of the universe until Copernicus and Galileo dared to look at the data differently. In the same way, great entrepreneurs challenge the status quo of their industries. They don't just ask how to compete better in an existing market. They ask if that market even needs to exist in its current form. They look for problems that haven't been solved and opportunities that haven't been seized. This mindset isn't just for starting a company, it's a way of looking at the world. It's about seeing potential where others see only what is, and then having the audacity to build what could be. So the next time you have an idea that seems a little strange or different, don't dismiss it. That might be your 0 to 1 moment. The world is full of copies, but it's the originals that push humanity forward. Progress isn't automatic. It happens because people decide to create it. We need more people who are willing to take that big step from nothing to something. We need more inventors, more creators, and more thinkers who are brave enough to challenge our assumptions and build a future that is different from and better than the present. It's a thrilling challenge, and it's one that every single one of us can take part in. Let's get building. Now, let's talk about a word that sometimes sounds a little scary: monopoly. In business, we're often taught that competition is always good. But think about it from a creator's perspective. If you create something truly unique and new, you won't have any competitors, at least not at first. You've created a new category all by yourself. This is what Peter Thiel calls a creative monopoly. It's not about bullying other companies or using unfair tricks. It's about being so good at what you do that no other company can offer a close substitute. This kind of monopoly is a powerful reward for creating something of immense value. It gives a company the breathing room and the resources to think about the long term, to innovate even more, and to treat its employees well. How do you build a business that can achieve this? There are 4 key ingredients. First is proprietary technology. Your product must be difficult or impossible to replicate, ideally at least 10 times better than its closest substitute. Second is network effects, where your product becomes more useful as more people use it, like a social media platform. Third is economies of scale, meaning your business gets stronger as it gets bigger because its fixed costs can be spread out over more customers. And finally, you need a strong brand. A great brand is a company's powerful identity, something that people trust and want to be a part of. When you have these characteristics, you are not just competing, you are dominating a market you created. This leads us to another fascinating idea: the power of secrets. A secret is a hidden truth, an undiscovered opportunity in the world. Great companies are often built on a secret about how the world works that others haven't figured out yet. There are secrets of nature, which scientists uncover, and there are secrets about people, which entrepreneurs can discover. For example, Maybe you realize that a certain group of people has a problem that no one is solving. That's a secret. Finding these secrets requires looking where no one else is looking and believing that there are still great discoveries to be made. It's an optimistic view of the world, a belief that there are still frontiers left to explore. These secrets are the blueprints for 0 to 1 companies. The big question is, why hasn't someone else already built it? Maybe the technology wasn't available before, or maybe everyone was just looking in the wrong direction. Your job as an innovator is to find a unique secret and build a business around it. This is why you must start by owning a small, specific market. Don't try to take on a massive, competitive industry from day one. Instead, find a small group of underserved customers and create the perfect solution for them. Dominate that niche, and then you can expand from a position of strength. Every great empire started as a small kingdom. Creating something new is not a solo mission. It takes a team, a fantastic team. The people you work with are incredibly important. When you're starting a company from zero, the first people you bring on board define its future. They set the culture, the values, and the pace of innovation. That's why it's so important that everyone on the team is genuinely excited about the mission. You need people who are not just there for a paycheck, but who believe in what you are building. A strong company culture is like the operating system for your team. It guides how people work together, solve problems, and treat each other. It's what makes a company more than just a collection of individuals. Now, you could invent the most amazing product in the world, but if no one knows about it, it doesn't matter. This is why sales and distribution are just as important as the product itself. Many science and engineering-minded people think that if you build a great product, customers will just show up. But that's rarely true. You have to have a plan to get your creation into the hands of the people who need it. Selling isn't about tricking people. It's about explaining the value of what you've built. Distribution is the channel you use to reach your customers. Whether it's through online marketing, a sales team, or partnerships, you must have a concrete strategy to share your innovation with the world. Another key idea is to think about the long term. Many people get excited about being the first mover in a market, the first one to launch a new type of product. But being first doesn't guarantee success. Many first movers end up being overtaken by later competitors who learned from their mistakes. The real goal is not to be the first mover, but to be the last mover. This means building a company that can dominate its market for decades to come. To do this, you need to think about your long-term plan from the very beginning. How will your company grow and evolve over the next 10 or 20 years? Lasting power is the ultimate sign of a successful 0 to 1 company. Finally, let's consider the future of work. There's a lot of talk about computers and robots replacing humans, but this is the wrong way to look at it. Technology should be a tool to empower people, not replace them. The most powerful combination is when people and computers work together. Computers are great at processing huge amounts of data and finding patterns, while humans excel at creative problem solving, making complex judgments, and planning for the future. The best companies of the future will be the ones that figure out how to make this partnership work best, using technology to augment and amplify human capabilities. The future is not a competition between man and machine, it's a collaboration. So, you have a big idea. You're ready to go from 0 to 1. How do you know if your idea has what it takes to succeed? Peter Thiel proposes 7 key questions that every startup must be able to answer. These questions act as a checklist to see if you are truly building a durable, monopoly-style business. Answering them well doesn't guarantee success, but failing to answer them is a strong sign of future trouble. They force you to think critically about every aspect of your new venture, from the technology all the way to its place in the world. Let's look at them, shall we? They are your guideposts on the path to creation. First, the engineering question. Can you create a breakthrough technology instead of just an incremental improvement? Is your solution at least 10 times better than what currently exists? Second, the timing question. Is now the right time to start this particular business? Are there major trends or changes in the world that create a unique opening for your idea right now? Third, the monopoly question. Are you starting with a big share of a small market? It's better to dominate a small niche first than to be a tiny fish in a huge competitive ocean. Fourth, the people question. Do you have the right team? Are your founders and employees personally committed to the mission? Next up, the distribution question. Do you have a way to not just create but also deliver your product? You need a concrete, effective plan to get your product to your customers. Sixth, the durability question. Will your market position be defensible 10 and 20 years into the future? Think about what will protect you from competition in the long run. And finally, the secret question. Have you identified a unique opportunity that others don't see? Are you building your company on a valuable truth that was previously hidden? A great startup should have a compelling answer for almost all of these 7 questions. Answering these questions isn't just an exercise, it's the foundation of your future. It forces you to be honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. It guides your strategy and helps you avoid common pitfalls. The world is waiting for new solutions, new technologies, and new ways of thinking. Our future is not something that just happens to us. It is something that we must build. We have the tools, we have the intelligence, and we have the capacity for incredible creativity. The challenge is to be bold, to dream of a different future, and to have the courage to build it, 1 idea at a time. So what will you build? The world is counting on you.